Hello everyone. This is part 92 of our playlist Full Stack Python. Okay, so this is a training course. This is a training course. In this training course, we are learning theory in detail as well as we are learning programming in details. Right. So our basic concept is learn theory in detail as well as learn programming in detail with logic. Right. All right. So it is not like a one video, one single video. It is not a single video. This is what Full Stack Python course. Okay, and this is 92 lecture. In this video, we will learn about cursor object. We will discuss about cursor object. Okay. In last video, we will learn about Python connection with Oracle. And in this video, we will learn about creating cursor object. Creating cursor object. So what is this cursor object? Cursor object is used to send SQL statements to database. Okay. Database serves executes SQL statements and return result inside cursor object. Okay. So whatever SQL statement or SQL query you will write inside the cursor object, and you will send this cursor object to the database. Okay, and this database, what database server will do? Database server will execute your SQL statements. Okay, SQL statement executes by the database server. Okay, and then return the result inside the cursor object. We will write the program as well. Don't worry about it. Okay, see how to create cursor object. Connection object is having a method called cursor. Connection object having a method called cursor, which returns cursor object. Which returns what? Cursor object. Okay. So let me write the code so that you can easily understand. Right. So let me open IDLE, integrated development learning environment. Okay. So this is interactive mode. We will take new file, or we can say new module. Each Python file is a new module. Okay. Each Python file is known as a module. So this is our what lecture? 92 lecture. So here I will say program 92.py, right? This is what Python file. Okay. So here we will write our code, right? Okay. So here I will write. Okay. So I will tell you this program with the help of comments so that you can easily understand, okay, through the comments. So for example, first what we will do, import the cx underscore Oracle module or Oracle database connectivity. Okay, right. So we need to import if you want to establish a connection with SQL database, so Oracle database. So you will import what? Import this library. This is the external library. Doesn't come with Python software. So we will import this CX Oracle. Make sure this library already installed by you. Okay, you already installed this library, then only you can import. Otherwise, error will come. In the last video, we discussed about how we can import this library. Simply how we can install this library. If this library is not available, you can install this library using pip install cx underscore Oracle. Right. With the help of this command, you can install this library, and this command you will write in CMD. Right. So it will automatically download your file. If error will come, you can comment me. Right. Then what we will do? See what we will do now. Establish a connection to the Oracle database with the specified user password and the user specified user password and DSN. DSN is what? DSN is what? Data source name. DSN is nothing but data source name, right? DSN. So how we can create? First we will write connect. Okay, and this connect method is available in one library. What's the name of the library? CX underscore Oracle. In this library we have. So we already imported this library now. So we can use this library, and we are creating object of this connect. So what's here? We will write name like CL. cn equals to. So cn is what? Object of this library, and inside the connect method, we will pass the argument. Like what we will pass? User. User is like system. Default user is what? System. Okay. Password. Password equals to manager. Right. Default password is what? Manager. But I already created password, so I will write my password tb123. Right. After that, comma. You will separate each parameter using comma. Okay. And then again I will give a dsn. dsn equals to, here you will write host name, localhost. Okay. Port number 1521 xe. Right. Like this. Okay. Now what we will do? What we will do now? We will print the this. We will print if it is successfully executed, means connection established. Right. Connection established successfully. Right. After that, what we will do? Create a cursor object to execute SQL statement, right? SQL statements. So how we can create the cursor object? First we will write cursor. First we will write cursor, and this cursor method we can call using which object? Connect object cn dot, right? And we will create the cursor object c equals to. So c is what? A cursor object, right? If it is executed successfully, means we will say cursor 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 object is created, right? We will say cursor object is created. Okay, so this is how you can write the program, and now I will run the code. Okay, so connection is established and cursor object is created. All right, so connection is also established and cursor object is also created. So in this program we see how we have learned how we can create the connection between Oracle database and how we can create the cursor object, right? Right. Now try to understand this. Try to understand this. Cursor object provide the following methods for sending SQL statement. Okay, so cursor object gives following methods for sending SQL statements. Okay, we can send SQL statements through cursor. Number one is execute method we have. Number two is execute many method we have. Number three is execute script method we have. Right. So first we will see execute method, and inside the execute methods parameter we can pass the SQL queries. Right. This method is used for sending SQL statement to database server. SQL statement to database server we can send, okay, with the help of execute method. Then we have SQL statements are two types. SQL statements are two types. One is static SQL statement. Second is dynamic SQL statements. Okay, an SQL statement with values is called static SQL statement. An SQL statement with replacement field is called dynamic SQL statement, where these fields are replaced with values during runtime. Right. For example, write a program to insert data into employee table. Okay, so we will write a program. Okay, so let me open ideally. Okay, let me open ideally. Okay, so okay, you can try this code. Okay, I'm deleting this code because this code is already there in file, attached file. Okay, here I will write another code. Okay, okay, so first what we will do, same as usually. So import the CX Oracle module for Oracle database connectivity. Right. So how we can import? Simply write import keyword and then CX underscore Oracle. Right. Now what we will do? Establish a connection to the Oracle database using the connection string. Right. Now what we will do? we will write the connect. How we will create the connection? We will write the connect method, and obviously we will write here cx underscore oracle library name dot and object name cn. Okay, connection object, and here we will pass the arguments as username, and we will pass the password here and database name, right? So system is a default password, default username, and default password is manager. But I have my own password. I will write my own password. Then at the rate xe, right? Okay. After that, create. What we will do? Create a cursor object to execute SQL statement. SQL statements. So we will write cursor here, cursor method, and we can call this cursor method using, okay, connect method. So connect object, cn connection object, right? And we will write c. So c is the cursor object, right? After that, what we will do? Execute an SQL insert statement to add a record to employee table, emp table. Okay. So you can only insert the values inside the employee table in the employee table when employee table exists. So how we will get to know whether this table exists or not? Simply we will open the SQL command prompt. Okay. Here we will write, here what we will write? We will write the username, which is default username is system, default password is manager, right? So this is connected successfully. So I will check whether employee table is there or not, exist or not. Emp describe emp semicolon. So object does not exist. So means this table is not there. So what we will do? We will create the table. So how we can create the table? We will write the DDL command, data definition language, create table. Table name is emp. Create table name, and we will write here column names. Okay. So first column is, we can say, employee number, enum. Okay. And this is what? Varchar. Sorry, this is what? Number. And we will write the range here. Like 10 we can give. Alright. Or we can give the ranges. It's up to you what range you are giving. Right. Or we can give 5 range. And then we will write e name, employee name. And this is Varchar 2. Right. Okay. And here we can write the like 20. And then we will write salary column, salary. And this is what? Number. Okay, here we will mention 10 and 10 comma 2 means 10 is the total digits and 2 out of them is decimal. Decimal part is 2, right? So semicolon, table is created. Now if I write describe and emp, so we have this table. If I say select star from emp, so no row is there. So we will enter data from this program with the help of this program. With the help of cursor object, we will insert data inside what? emp table. We already created emp table. So we will insert the program. So here we will write, what command I will write? Insert into, what's the table name? emp values. What's the first column? Number, employee number. For example, employee number 101. And then we will write the employee name. Okay, employee name is what? Varchar. Varchar means string name we will write, like Naved, right? And what's the salary? Suppose I'm writing salary here 5,000. Okay, so this is the employee salary. Okay, so this command we cannot write like this. This command we will write inside one method which is provided by the cursor object. So we will write here execute method, and this execute method we can call using cursor object. C is a cursor object, right? C C dot execute. Okay, okay. Now what we will do? We'll write here get the number of rows affected by the insert statement. Right. So we will count k equals to c dot row count. C dot row count we will write. Then we will write cn dot. Okay. What we will do now? Commit the trans transaction transaction to save the changes to the database. Right. So whatever changes we perform, we will say commit that changes. So how we will commit? Cn connection. Okay. We will write cn dot commit. Right. Then close the cursor. Close the cursor. So c dot cursor. Okay. Close the cursor. Right. Okay. So I will save this code and I will try to run this code and see what happens, whether error comes or not. Alright. So error is coming. What's the error? CX Oracle cursor object has no cursor. No cursor object. Okay. Let me check. Okay. So let me check what's the error. Alright. So what we are writing here, cursor. Okay, it is not cursor, but it is close. We are closing the cursor now, so we will write here cursor close, right? Right here close. Let me run it again. Okay. So this time is successfully executed. Now we will check we got the data inside the table or not. Previously no row selected. Alright. So here I will write again select star from EMP. So now can you see the data? I think we executed this 2 times, so that's why it is coming. Okay, if we will make this key number what primary key, so it will not allow duplicate value, but we didn't create it as a primary key, so we should create a primary key, right? It is a good practice if you are making your table first employee number as a primary key, right? All right, so we have another program, okay, dynamic SQL statement. So how we can enter the dynamic SQL statement? Okay, so we will see this also, right? Okay, so before writing the dynamic SQL statement, first we will check our table. Okay, first we will check our table. Okay, so for example, if I write here describe EMP, so we have this table. And for example, if I write select star from EMP, so it will display the values, but we have duplicates values here. So what we will do, we will modify our table. First, we will delete the table data, right? First, we will delete the table data. How we can write? How we can delete. Okay, after that, what we will write? Table name. So very delete from table name EMP, right? So 2 rows deleted. If I say select star from EMP, so no row is there. So what I will do, I will make employee number. Employee number is primary key. So what I will write, I will write here alter table name EMP add primary key. Okay, then we will write column name enum. Okay, so one parenthesis is missing. Alter table name add primary key. Okay, what's that? Okay, what is missing? I think parenthesis is missing. Okay, so alter table. If I say describe table, describe employee table. So this one is what? This one is what? Primary key. Employee number is what? Primary key, right? So okay, let me open ideally now. Ideally, ideally, right? So now I will open the program. Okay, which file I will open? In T2, this one, this file. Okay, so this is a previous program, like insert into employees. So we are going to insert data inside the employee table. Okay, so we will run this code again. So data inserted successfully. Let's check whether data is inserted or not. So I will write select star from emp from select star from emp. So this is our data. Okay, now we will see how we can insert data dynamically. Right, now we will see how we can insert data dynamically. Right, yes. So I'm going to remove this file. Okay, here we will write the code. So first I will import a library, cx Oracle library I will import first, right? And then I will write connect method. And how we can call connect method? With the help of this library, cx underscore Oracle, right? And what we need to create connection object. See, okay, right? And here what we will pass? We can pass user equals to system. Okay, and my path, and you have to write the password. My default password is manager. Okay, but I will write here my password I already created, and dsn equals to host name. Okay, local host column 1521 at the rate. Okay, sorry, xe, correct. Okay, so why we are writing this line? Why we are writing this line? Okay, so this is what? Connect to the Oracle database, because we want to connect this Python code with Oracle database. That's why we are using this library cx Oracle, right? Right. Now what I will do? Okay. Okay, so see, now what we will create? We will create the cursor. What's the spelling of cursor? Okay, this is the spelling, correct spelling of cursor. So we will create the cursor object, right? We create what? Cursor object. Okay, so what we will do? We will create the cursor object, right? So this cursor we will call with the help of cn. Okay, connection object we will use. Okay, and c equals to c is what? Cursor object, and cn is what? Connection object, right? Okay, so why we are creating this? Why we are creating this? So that create a cursor object for executing SQL state. With the help of this, we can execute the SQL statement. That's why we are creating cursor object, right? Okay. So what we are doing? We are creating. This is the program for taking dynamic data for inserting in the table. So how we can take dynamic data? We'll take dynamic data from the user. Okay, so we will use input function. Okay, we will use input function, and here we will write the message like employee number, right? And employee number is what type? Employee number is integer type. I'll convert it into what? Integer, right? And what I will write here? Variable name. Yes or no? I will write the variable name, right? Then after that, what I will take? What I will take? Input I will take now. I will take employee name. I will take, right. And do we need to convert employee name in integer? No. Employee name is what? A string. Already it is a string. Or our column name is what? Column type is what? A string. In table, this is a string varchar, right? And then we have salary. Salary can be float. So I'm taking float conversion. Okay, right. Now here I will write salary, right? So I will take one employee detail or more than one employee detail. Yes, I'll take more than one employee detail. So here I will write which loop, while loop, and it will be true. Okay, so this is inside the while loop. This is inside the while loop. Okay, or we can say loop to input employee details and insert them into what? Into database, right? Correct or not? We'll take employees detail and we will input into the database, right? But when we are taking input from the user, so user may give wrong input. So for example, instead of integer, he may write something like invalid data. So exception can become. So in order to handle the exception, what we will do, in order to handle the exception, we will use try block, right? So we will write these things inside what? A try block, right? We have to use try block in order to escape the errors, right? So these all instructions, all statements are inside the try block, right? So we got the employee name, employee number, employee salary. Then next what we will do? We will pass these variables into the SQL command. Okay, so there is a function, execute method. There is a method, execute method is there. Execute. Okay, this execute method can be called by the cursor object, right? And inside this execute method, we can pass the SQL query. SQL query we can write here. Okay, we can write SQL queries. Okay, so we can write here insert into emp values. Okay, so this is syntax you have to follow. Like you will write here column 1, comma column 2, comma column 3. Right. After that, we will write the parameters. Which parameters? This variable's name. This variable, right? So what's the variable name? E number, e name, and salary, right? After that, what we will do? What we will do? Get the number of rows affected by the insert operation. Okay, so how we will get to know how many rows are affected with this insert operation? So there is a method. Okay, there is a count. Okay, so we can use row count. We can use row count, and with the help of C cursor object, we can count the rows. If affected rows, we can count, and K variable store the count, right? Okay, if count if K equals to 1. Okay, so it is mean what? If row affected means it will return what? 1. Row count is 1, right? So what we will do? What we will do? We will write here print employee inserted, employee detail inserted, whatever you can write. Then what we will do? Commit the operation, commit the operation. Else what we will do? Okay, else what we will do? Print employee number already exists, right? Okay, then what we will do? Ask the user if they want to add another employee. Okay, we have to ask the user whether he want to enter another employee or not. Okay, so what we have to write now, we have to ask to the user input. Okay, input add another employee. Okay, yes or no, yes or no, whether you want to insert another employee, yes or no. And we will store this here and variable called answer, right? If answer, okay, answer may be the capital. If he entered in capital letter, then we will convert it into what, lower, right? If it is no, then break from the loop, means exit from the loop. Okay. And if exception is coming, so we will handle the exception by writing except. We don't know what exception is coming, so we will simply write the except, and we will print error in establishing connection, right? Okay, after that we will save this code. Okay, and we will check whether error is there or not. If error is there, then we will fix the syntax error. We have to write comma here, right? Next we have to run this code. All right, enter employee number 102, enter employee name like Arvaz. We enter employee salary like 6,000. Okay, employee row inserted. Do you want to insert another employee row? No, I don't want to insert. Okay, why it is asking? Okay, because I have to enter no, but I entered what? N only. So let me write another row. Employee 3, like Azad, so employee name, and salary 7,000. Right? No. So stopped. Now we will check in our SQL whether this connected or not. Insert like how many rows are entered. Select star from EMP. So we got all the rows. Like we have 3 employees data, right? So this is how we can insert dynamically employees detail. We can insert dynamically. Okay, right? All right. Now we will see this program, right? So here we will write our code. Let me read this. So first, what we will do? We will import library. Okay, import what? Import which library? Cx underscore Oracle library or insert for what? Interacting with Oracle database. Okay, so you should know like why we are importing this. So import which library? Cx underscore Oracle, right? Import Cx Oracle in order to communicate with, or we can say interact with Oracle database, right? Then what we will do? We will write connect function. Okay, so we will write connect, and connect function will be called by Cx underscore Oracle dot. Okay, so we will create the object Cn connection object, and inside this we will pass the parameter. Okay, we will pass the username system, and what is the password? TB123. This is my own password. Default password is manager. You can use manager password. Okay, at the rate XE, right? Okay, once we create this, so we will use while loop. Sorry, we will create cursor. Okay, we will create cursor. So how we can create the cursor? We will write cn dot cursor. So here C equals to mean C is cursor object. C is what? Cursor object, right? So whenever you are writing dynamic program, so please use try and catch, because error can come, exception can come. So in order to handle the exception, we will write our code in try block, right? Okay, and what we will do now, I will write the while loop, and this one is true, right? So we will display the message like which employee salary you want to update. Enter what employee ID or employee number. So we will take employee ID, enter employee number, right? Enter employee number. So employee number is what type? Integer type. So that's why I'm typecasting it, right? And we will store it in a variable like e number, employee number, right? Now what I will do, I will take the value input salary. I will take incremented salary. How much you want to increment? Right? Increment values. Okay, increment what salary. So we will take from the user, and I'm typecasting it because salary may be out, right? And we will store inside a value variable called value variable. We can take, right? Any variable name we can take. After this, we will execute. We'll write the execute method in order to execute our SQL statements, right? So we will write here execute, right? Here I will write the message. Oh, sorry, message. I will write the SQL command. Update table name emp. Okay, set salary equals to salary plus column 1 plus column 1. I will write. Okay, and I will write the condition. What condition? Where condition. Okay, where emp number, emp number equals to column 2. So this is the way of writing, right? This is syntax you have to follow. Then I will write the parameters, value, and what e number, right? And this execute method can call by the cursor object. Okay. So c dot. So this is the cursor object, right? Then we will count the affected rows. How many rows are affected with this particular query, right? So I will write here count row. Okay, count row. Okay, it is not count row, it is row count. Row count, right? Row count, and we can call this use c cursor, c dot row count. And we will store number of count in k variable. All right, now we will check the condition. If k is greater than 0, if count is more than 0, greater than 0, then means updated. Print, okay, salary is updated. Salary is updated. We can type. Okay, else what we will do? If it is k value is not greater than 0, then what we will do? So we will write a message, print not found. Okay, employee not found, or whatever you want to say. We can say, right? Okay, so if it is found, then commit. Right, commit. And how you can call commit? Using connection cl dot commit, right? And also because we are writing inside the while loop, so it will keep on executing. So we will ask the user input, like will you enter more, do you want to update another employee salary? So we will ask like this, update another employee salary, right? And we will store this in a variable called answer, right? If answer is no, if okay, we are writing here also yes slash no. If answer is no, if answer dot lower I'm using. If answer is no, right? So means break from the loop. All right. Now come out from the except the try block. So this is a try block. Here I'm writing except block in order to handle the exception. We don't know the nature of the exception. That's why I'm writing it empty without any exception name. The journal except block I'm writing. So it can handle any type of error. So we will write here, we will take the information of exception information info, and this exception information method we can call using sys module. So we have to import one module called sys system module, right? And we can call it using sys dot, right? And whatever exception will come, okay, so it will, with the help of t position t0 t1, we can check the exception, right? So we will print here. What we will do, print the exception type. What is the type of the exception? So if you want to check the type only, so you will write 0 here. T0 means exception type. If you will write T only, so it will tell the complete exception, right? So let me run the code. So it is asking employee number. So let's check what is our employee number. I want to increase this employee salary 101 Abed, right? 101. Okay. So how much you want to increase? Increase 3,000. Okay. So database error is coming. Let's check what's the error. Okay, let's check the database table whether what is the column names. So we have enum, ename, employee name, and salary. Okay, so we have enum column e. So let's check the code. Okay, let's check the code. So what we are entering, update employee, which is table name, set salary plus 1, column 1. Okay, and employee number equals to 2. Okay, see here what we are writing, emp number, but what is our column name? Enum. So column name must be same, right? So instead of employee number, we will write here enum, right? And here we will write, here also we will write enum, correct? Okay, here we will not write enum because this is a variable name. We are passing this argument now. So we will write here enum here. Okay, so let me run again this code. Okay, let's see what's the error now. No, sorry, let's check whether the error comes or not. Okay, 102 I will update 102 employee number and salary like 300 I'm increasing. So update another employee salary. Do you want to update any other employee salary? Yes. I want to update another employee salary 101. Okay, 500 I want to increase. Okay, I don't want to increment any employee salary now, right? Let's check the table now. Okay, so let me write the command, select star from emp. See, salary is updated or not? Here salary is updated, right? 500 here updated and 300 here updated. Employee number is 101, employee number is 102, right? Like this it works. Okay, so after this, after updating command, we have delete. Okay, write a program to delete employee from employee table. So first we will import what, cx oracle library to communicate with oracle database. Then we will start with. Okay, and we are creating what, an object cn. So when you write like this is what the way of writing exception handling. This is a way, another way to handle the exception. So whenever you handle, you will write from starting with, so exception will automatically handle. Here you don't need to write try and except. So you can write with cx oracle. What we are doing, we are creating connection. Okay, and cn is what, connection object, and cn cursor. Then same story. Okay, while true, and we will ask the employee number, delete from employee where employee number equals to 1. And what is the, okay, so here I created table where it is not employee number. My table column number is enum. Okay, so I will write here enum column equals to 1 and 1 parameter, and this is the variable name, this variable name, right? And same I will check the row count, whether row affected or not. If count is greater than 0, means employee deleted. from database table, right? And then we will commit, right? Then we will say this employee ID is not found. If employee is not available, then we will say in else like employee not found, right? And then we will ask to the user after coming out from the else, we will ask, do you want to leave another employee? If user says no, so no means break, right? So for example, we type employee ID 107. Suppose we have some entry 107. So employee deleted from the table. Okay. And again, if we again try to delete the same employee 107, which is already deleted. So what will happen? 107 not found. Delete another employee. Do you want to delete another employee? No. So it is stop. This is what create a program to create table in Oracle database. So here is the program to create table in Oracle database. Okay, so what is the table name? Student marks. Okay, so what I will do, I will just copy this code. Okay, I will provide provide what? I will provide the code. I will provide this like code and everything. This notes I will provide you in the description section. You can download it. Let me paste this code here in order to create the table. Right, you can try this code. So what we are doing for communicating with Oracle database, we are using this CX Oracle library. Then connect method we have, right? And here we are writing password. My default password is manager, but my password is db123. I created this password at the time installing my SQL server, right? Then we created the cursor object, right? And now we will create the command. This is a variable name, and we will create the command. In the string we will write create table student. Okay, roll number, number type. This column is number type, subject 1, subject 2, and subject 3, right? And this is 5. 5 means total digits 5 and 2 are decimal. Total digits are 5 and 2 out of them decimal. 2 is reserved for decimal. And we are writing here try c dot execute. So it will execute the command print table. Print what? Table created if it is successfully executed. If the error is coming, okay, so it will give database error. If it will not connect into a statements, error will come. Then database error will come. Then we will say table already exists like this. So if I run this code, so what will happen? Table is created. Okay, table is created. What is my table name? Table name is student marks, right? So if I say select star from, what is the table name? Student marks. So no row selected because data is not there. If I say describe the table name, semicolon. So this is our table. Roll number, subject 1, subject 2, and subject 3, right? Okay, so everyone please practice this code. Okay, in the next video we will discuss more program on Oracle, right? So thank you everyone for watching this video. Okay, you need to practice. Okay, without practice you will not get the concepts. Okay, thank you everyone for watching this video. Keep practice and keep smile. Always keep a smile on face, right? All right, bye everyone. Okay, so practice. In the description I will provide the link. You can download this. So no worry, if you have any doubt you can ask in the comment section. If you want to give any suggestion, you can give your suggestion, right, in order to improve the quality of the video, right? Thank you everyone.